I'm streaming myself building if you want to watch.
Oh, yeah.
Mic feedback off. Mic feedback on.
YouTube, I assume?
Yes.
I'm gonna say if you want to go smaller, you can.
Why?
Not like
I'll zoom in.
no, smaller increments.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm gonna go big increments. All this is gonna take forever. I actually shouldn't be using hull for this. I should be using armor because it gives more HP. Look at that, 15,000 HP already, and I haven't even built the frame.
Christ.
It's gonna be a big boy. Gonna be a very big boy.
It'll be able to take almost everything.
Well, everything that we've currently come across. Even more so once it has its fighter contingent. Okay, now I need to figure out how best to do a curve angle there. It's actually a pretty steep angle.
So is this the front edge or the back edge?
This is the back edge. Engines and all that will go out back here. There we go. That's it. Hello, father. Hello. So basically what I'm trying to do here is get the shape down pat, and then I do other features. Oh. Nope.
I should be done.
And that. Oh yeah, that looks alright. Although, actually no, that's too steep of an angle. I feel like this section needs to be longer. Yeah. Ah, bugger. Oh, that lighting glitch is there, but whatever. Alrighty. So, I don't know if anyone's actually listening, but I may as well talk a quick little bit about what I'm doing here. So I'm building a Venator class Star Destroyer, as accurately as I have the patience to do so. So, I am currently making it. The keel I set out here isn't like the full length it could be. It was just, I kind of went, look, you know, it can be, that's about 1,000 meters. The actual Venator's meant to be about 1,200 meters. So I've got room to add the tail and engine systems on the back, and then a little front stuff up here. Oh, very nice. So that's the basic outline, and I'm pretty happy with that. Oh.
Mic off. Mic on.
Alrighty. So I'm not happy with this section here. What I might do is get rid of that. Get rid of, how much is that? That's 6 meters. That's also, no, it's not 6 meters. It's 5. So get rid of that. And I'll drop that down to, yeah, about that. Yeah, I'm more happy with that. How that looks. Excelente. There we go, skis. Yeah, that looks better. That definitely looks more Venator shaped. Marvellous. Alrighty. Now, the next thing is to build up the actual look at the ship. So the way I like to do ships in this game is I like to build the general shape of that the ship's going to take. So I actually should probably chuck the tail on now as well, which I may do. And then I build up the walls. Then I build the underside. Then I fill the interior with all my components that I want in it, and then I build the top. And so that's the general gist of how I do it. We've got a fair bit of space. I'm probably going to chuck like reactors here and here, shield generators probably like here and shit. Some cargo storage here, inertial dampeners, just lots of things. It's a big ship. It's going to have to generate a lot of power. The Venator features 8 main battery guns, main battery turrets. So it's going to have to be big enough to fit enough modules to do that, but it will be. This is already going to be 3 to 4 times the size of the biggest ship I've built so far, which was an Arquitans. If you're watching, I'm not just building this for like funsies. This is actually going to be a ship that I plan to use in our single player world. So that's why I'm not going to use any material higher than trinium, because I don't have anything higher than trinium, and even the trinium I'm probably just going to use the hangar. Probably have enough to use some trinium armor, because I don't have nanite armor. I've got lots of nanite, so I want to use a lot of that. I'll probably use nanite generators, nanite field shields. I'm going to use iron inertial dampeners, which annoys me, but it's fine. Probably use trinium thrusters. Sorry, nanite thrusters, maybe even nanite engines or trinium engines. We'll just sort of have to see, I think. That's alright, okay. I just want to get some more photos up of a Venator's rear end as well. From the actual movie, preferably, because there's a lot of very nice models, but... yeah, so it does have that sort of curve. Is that... oh, that's interesting. The other thing I've got to figure out is how I'm going to do the hangar, because there's no movable parts in this game yet. I hope they add them. It'll add a large portion of the game. I also want to decide if I'm going to put a hangar here, because traditionally the Venator does have a small hangar here and then a ventral hangar. So I could probably have both. Or I also probably want to have somewhere on here some torpedo launchers. I don't use torpedoes normally, but I feel like it'd make the ship a lot stronger. So yeah, and the Venator has 6 engines by the look of it, three aside, which is fine. And where's that photo? There's that photo I've been using. Okay. So yeah, I'll look at making the rear section now, I suppose. Or just... probably can't though, because the rear section's not... it's going to be hard just to lay out the shape for it. I can probably do it though. I'll give it a shot. Okay. And this is all just by eye. I've used the actual length of the Venator to get the rough scale. But beyond that, I'm just sort of doing it by looking at photos and seeing what I think looks about right. If you are watching and don't have Avorion, I can highly recommend it. It's a really enjoyable game. To me, it's what Space Engineers could have been. Very much so. The building mechanics in it are, I think, a lot better than Space Engineers. By a fair margin, actually. How long is that? That's was thinking it'd end up being about 200 meters. Might do a 180. Does that look right? Yeah, that looks about right. I know it doesn't look that good right now, but watch this. No, it's you get fine detail work as you go along. Very much so. Okay. So what I want to basically start doing now is building the walls and the underside. So how wide do I want it to be? I want it to be pretty pretty hefty, I think. I think that's very reasonable to do. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna go dit, 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 dit. Just realised I could actually select area. That would work way better for what I'm currently doing, but and that, and control copy, control V. Oh, that is it. Oh, that fucked up. Oh no, what went wrong? There we go. Oh, very nice. Very nice. Okay. And now what we're gonna do is if I just look, have a real quick look, it sort of extends all the way out the front. There's a sort of like a skirt that extends out the front. So we're going to work on that right now. We're going to make it 0.5 meters. Well, actually, it's 5 meters thick. Nice thick boy. What I'm going to do is chuck them there, and then I'll be able to say that actually looks about right to me. And then do it. Although I have realised what I've done wrong. So what I need to do is actually make that a bit longer. I need to make it, how long is one of these sections? 6 meters. So I'm not going to make it 6 meters long. What I think I'll do... Okay, so how wide is one of them? It's 2 meters, and that's 2 meters as well. So this here needs to be 6 meters long. So we'll get rid of that. Put them there. And we'll sort of figure out, that looks fine to me. And then we can grab this and we can chuck that like so. I don't like how little that sticks out, so we're actually going to go back. we're going to increase like so. So that's 3 meters. Alright, now, how wide is that? It's 2 meters wide. We may end up having a problem here. Now, one thing I don't like is there's not really a way to move your camera around too much. Like you can't really pan the camera. Oh, maybe there is. Maybe I just don't know how to do it. Let's controls, key bindings. Is there a pan camera? Num 5 for free camera. No, it doesn't look like there is a pan camera function at all. Oh. No, that's not right. That's not right. There we go. Don't know why it didn't copy those over, but that's also not right. There we go. All fixed. Now, yeah, like I was saying with this, I'm gonna have to figure out if that's the right angle. If it is, then it's all good. If it's not, then that'll need to be worked on, I think. But there's only one way to find out. So, I feel like that angle's going to be too much. But, we'll keep going with it for a little bit just to find out, I think. Ooh, that is wrong. The controls can be a little fiddly, I suppose. But, honestly, like I said, it's so much better than something like Space Engine is. Even, oh shit, I should be doing this on the bottom as well. Even something like StarMade, which is a game I used to play, voxel-based game similar to this, I used to play a lot. StarMade was good, don't get me wrong, but this game is just so much better. In so many ways, you know? Now, I'm actually going to, real quick, oh, that's wrong. You know, I feel... Yeah, see, that's not... That doesn't fit very well. So it needs to be, if I want to keep it parallel, it needs to be 2 meters. So what I'm going to do... What I'm going to do decide how far out I want it. I see the problem I'm going to run into. Well, to be fair, I can avoid that by just doubling up on the things I do. So that ought to work. Now, what I need to do real quick is Control copy, Control V. And like so. Does that match up? I believe it does. And now I need to okay. You see that? That doesn't exactly line up there, does it? I can do that, but ideally I don't want to have to do that. See, I feel like this angle, yeah, this angle we've got going is wrong, because that's... Yeah, that is wrong. Far out. Eh. So what we've done wrong here, that must be corrected, is I've reduced the... I've reduced the length by half, so I also need to reduce the height by half. And that's what I did wrong there. No, that's not right either. See, but this one wanted to be further out. So I want more of a lip. So what I need to do here. I got to decide how much of a lip I actually want. I feel like I want even more than that, really. I feel like that's probably pretty good. Is it? Yeah, that'll do. I figure out actually. Can I? No, 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 no. Yeah, I don't think there is a way to pan at all, which is gonna annoy me a little bit. Not gonna lie. Because like with this, how do I tell if that was right or not? Guess that one did actually turn out right. Oh boy, this is gonna take a long time. Oh boy. That is not the right angle. Bugger. Bugger. Ah. Why is that not the right? That is absolutely not the right angle. God damn, how am I gonna do this? I feel like what I should do is... Yeah. There's a lot of building techniques you can use here, a lot of maths as well, I think. But I don't use maths, I do it by eye, because that's what art is about. It's about doing everything by eye. Okay. Okay, so where's the mistake here? There, okay. So, I need to... Oh, I fucked up. Oh, that's very nice. See how it all slowly comes together bit by bit? Oh my god. There is a lot more work to be done though. Oh yes there is. Oops. Here we go. So I'm not going to worry about the back end too much just yet. I want to do the underside now. And if I do, once I've done the underside, I can look at filling in the interior. Now, this is where I've really got to make some decisions on if I want to focus more on armor or more on other sort of aspects and how I want to do this. And yeah, how much armor and that I want. So I think to start with, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fill all this in with armor, just to bring this all into line with sort of what we're doing here. Alright, so that's looking like one armored boy to me. Very nice. Very, very nice. And so this is sort of the space, more or less, we're going to have to work with. So what I can actually do is, if you see rotate entire ship, I can rotate it upside down and all that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to build this as the underside and then rotate the entire ship 180 degrees. That sounds pretty good to me. Okay. So now, oh, hit the wrong button there. Isn't she looking good though? Oh, she's gonna be a big boy. Okay. So what I'll do here is I'll start off, but once I get to sort of here, that's when I'll turn the mirror off.
Mic off. Mic on.
I'm going to take a little break whilst I have breaking. When I come back, we'll look at finishing up the shell here, and once we've done that, we can work on the interior. Then it goes interior, then exterior, cockpit, weapon system, and then painting, and then we're good to go. So we'll be back in a little bit, I suppose.